y'all, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this really cute, simple, and easy crochet coffee cozy. Stay tuned and I will show you how to make it. Alright y'all, let us get started. So a lot of y'all have been asking for more crochet videos, so I'm going to try my best to put out some more. Anyway, this is a really easy project. You don't need a whole lot of yarn or a whole lot of time to make one. I'm using worsted weight yarn. This is plain old Red Heart Super Saver and a 4.5 millimeter hook, which my cats got a hold of this hook and kind of chewed up the end. It is what it is. So anyway, what you're going to do is go ahead and make a slip knot with your yarn and get it on your hook. I have tons of beginner videos showing you really slowly how to do that. And now what we're going to do is you're going to chain 12. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So we have chained 12. Now, not in this stitch here, not in that one, but in this one right here, you're going to do a double crochet. And then you are going to double crochet in each stitch all the way across. So you're going to loop your yarn around, go into your stitch like so, pull up your yarn so that you have 3 loops, loop around, pull through 2, loop around, pull through 2, and that is a double crochet. So like I said, you're going to do this in every single stitch across. And once you do that, we will start moving on. All right, so we have our double crochets all the way across. So now what you're going to do is chain 1 and turn it over. Let's get some more yarn. All right, so now we're going to start our design. What we're going to do is we're going to start with a single crochet in that very first stitch right there. So go ahead and single crochet in there. Okay, now around this double crochet right here, you're going to do a front post double crochet. All right, so we're going to loop around, go behind that stitch just like that. See how I'm totally behind that stitch? Grab your yarn and pull it through, and then just complete your double crochet. So loop around, pull through 2, loop around, pull through 2. Single crochet in the next stitch, and then front post double around the next one. You see how our single one is above this one? So we're moving over to this next one. Loop around, go completely behind the entire stitch there, pull up your yarn, go through 2, and then go through 2. And in the next stitch, do a single crochet. Now you're going to repeat this all the way across, ending with a single crochet. Okay, so now we have come to the end of this row, and this is what we have. So now you're going to chain 1, and flip it around. Now we're going to make single crochets in each one of the stitches all the way across. Just 1 and 1 and 1. Little bitty single crochets all the way across. Now, I don't know where you live, but where I live, we are snowed in. Lots of snow and ice outside. Can't go anywhere, and that's a good time to crochet, right? So I've just been making things here and there, and I'm like, Amber, why don't you make a video? Because people have been asking for videos. Like, okay, I'll make a video. All right, so now, once again, we are at the end of this row, and this is what we have. Chain 1 and flip it around. Now in this very first stitch here, you're going to do a single crochet, and now we're going to do another front post double crochet, and we're going to do it around the one that we previously made. So loop around, and then you're going to come down here around that one, and then make your double crochet. This is what's going to give us that little ridged design. In the next stitch, make a single crochet. And then once again, we're going to come down here and do our front post double, like so. In the next stitch, a single, and then our front post double. And you can just hang out with me until I'm done with this row here, because this is where our repeat comes in, okay? Then go down for our double, and then a single. Keep in mind, when you're making these rows with your front post doubles, you are always going to start with a single crochet and end with a single crochet. Okay, so here's our front post double. And I know that looks like there isn't a stitch there, but there is. See, this is where we made our chain 1 down here. And then we have like that little bit left right there. You go in there and make your last single crochet. And that's what we have so far. Chain 1, turn, and then do single crochets all the way across. And that is what you are going to do until your piece measures 10 inches, okay? So when we get to the end of this single crochet row, you're going to flip it, single crochet, front post double, single, front post double all the way across, flip it back, do single crochets all the way across. Just keep working in that manner, in that pattern, until this piece reaches 10 inches, okay? So I'm going to work on this, and then we will come back and move on to the next part. Okay, so our piece now measures 10 inches long, and we have ended on a single crochet row. This is the back of the piece facing us, okay? We ended on a single crochet row, and now all we're going to do is chain 1 and finish off, which means, you know, just pulling your yarn through. I've already cut my yarn, as you can see. All right, so this is what we have. Now flip it over so that the front of the piece is facing you. See, the textured side, this needs to be facing you now. All right, so now we are going to get our yarn on our hook, another slip knot, like so, and now we're going to attach it to this piece. So we want to count over 3 stitches. So here's 1, 2, and then number 3, go in like that. Grab your yarn, pull it through, and then loop around and pull it through. Okay, now we're going to make 6 more single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So now you have 2 empty stitches on this end and 2 empty stitches on this end. Okay, chain 1 and flip it over, and now single crochet across the stitches that you just made. So that's 2, whoopsie, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, so now we're going to do this for 4 more rows. Chain 1, turn it around, and then go all the way across. Okay, so I will work on this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've finished doing 4 more of our single crochet rows, and we have ended with the back of the piece facing us, okay? So now what you're going to do is chain 1, turn it around, and now we're going to chain 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, okay? Now this very last stitch over here, we're going to come all the way over and do a single crochet in that very last stitch. And this is what we have. Okay, now this is going to be a corner, so do 2 more stitches in that exact same stitch. Now we're going to work on our border. You're going to do 1 single crochet in all of your stitches around, except in the corners, you're going to do 3. Now when we get over here to this long side, you're going to do a single crochet, skip a stitch, single crochet. Don't worry, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. All right, so let's come over here. We already have this. Go into that next one, do a single, and then single, 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 and we're working ourselves all the way around the entire piece, okay? See, now we've gotten to this corner. You're going to skip that right there and do a stitch right there. Now we're in this corner stitch. You're going to do 3 singles. 1, 2, and 3. That helps us to turn that corner. So now on this long side, you can see here, we're going to do a single crochet here. Skip that one. Single crochet here. Skip that. Single crochet here. Just all the way down. And this is our border. Every now and again, just lay your piece down and take a look at it. If it's starting to ripple like this, you're putting way too many single crochets on the edge. If it's starting to pull in like this, you're not putting enough, or you need to loosen up your stitches, okay? So we are going to put our single crochets all the way around, put 3 in this corner, singles, 3 in this corner, all the way back up and around until we get up here, and I'll show you how to finish it off. All right, I have worked my way all the way around, and I'm back up here right in front of this loop that we made. All right, now I consider that to be a corner, so I did do 3 single crochets in there. So now what we're going to do is work into this around this chain that we made, just to reinforce that a little bit, make it a little bit stronger. Okay, so we're going to go in this hole and we're going to do 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we're just going to get this moss off of our yarn. Okay, then just go into that next stitch and pull your yarn through to make a slip stitch. Chain 1, and then we're just going to cut our yarn, pull it through, and you're done except for working in your ends and sewing on a button. So I need to get my yarn needle because I think I left it in the living room. But anyway, let me go get that and we will continue. Okie dokie, so I found a button. I found a button. Button. Who's got the button? Found a button. So now let's just work in our ends here. We're just going to go under some of these and through. And when I say through, you see how we have our stitch here? I'm going completely through that, not completely under it. And that just helps your yarn to grip just a little bit more. And we're just going to work our way down this edge here just a little bit. Okay. Like so. Okay, now you see this is the last one. What in the heck is that? This last one that I went under. So I'm going to take my needle and go over that one. And then under the ones in front of it. It's hard to do this, holding it up in the air. And then pull it back in the opposite direction. Let's lay it down flat. Shake our camera. Earthquake! All right, so now we're going to trim that. Okay. All right, so we're done with that. Let's move our needle over here. And now we have a button. So you're going to take your cup, and this short piece here, this more narrow piece, this is the one that goes through your handle, okay? So just run that through your handle. Make sure everything is nice and snug. And now we're going to wrap this around, and the button part goes on top of this, okay? So it's going to fit like so. Now decide where you want your button about. And I say that looks good. And then I'm just going to take my needle, run it up like so. And then I know that's where I'm going to start sewing on my button. So let's sew our button on right quick and I'll be back. Okie dokie. So now okay. We're going to wrap this around. Bring this on top, loop it around our button. I wish I had a more decorative button, and I do. But you know, I've been packing up a lot of stuff in my craft room and shifting everything around, and I think my box of pretty buttons got put into storage. I ain't sure, but I think so. And now there you go. There is a really cute coffee mug cozy. Now you can crochet little embellishments, or you can sew on more beads. You can decorate this however you want to. This is just a really basic one. You know, jazz it up, make it your own. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. If you would, please check me out on other forms of social media, the links to all of which will be in the description box down below. And I hope to see y'all next time. Bye.